it will be.
days.
But resilience is your ability to adapt and endure.
Endure. That's one.
I want to know, can you tell us about some challenges? Because you knew you wanted to teach, you knew you loved chemistry.
Yeah.
Some challenges you faced and how you developed the resilience to actualize this dream.
I would say my journey ran very smoothly from high school, undergrad. It was graduate school that got me, almost got me. But the
You
devil. Grad school. So
will
grad
be
school hit me the very first year of grad school. I was shaken. That's when it shook me.
such a question.
You know, because by the grace of God, I was a straight A, B student in high school. I was straight A, B student in undergrad. Then I come to Ohio State to get my doctorate. When I first came, they had a quarter system. Every, oh my goodness, quarter system is gone now. Thank God. That system did not work for me at
Oh,
all. It was like think about it, like 3 semesters in a year instead of the 2. So they were shorter. It was just weird. Let's just put it that way. So you know how school starts in August and we have until December to finish the semester. I start school 8 weeks, it's almost done. I'm
what's
like,
going on?
wait, but I just took my first test and I didn't do well. When am I going to get to make it up? In a semester, you get to take like 3 or 4 tests. So if you don't do well on the first
There's
one, you have the second one and the third one and the fourth one to recover. That first quarter hit me like it was graduate school. I was taking courses. I was a teaching assistant. I was in the choir, and
you know,
I could not find the balance that very first quarter. It was so hard. And in grad school, you have to have a 3.0 to stay in the program. In undergrad, you have to have a 2.0, which is a C. In grad school, you have to have a B to stay in the program. And I'm like, oh gosh, Janet, it took me a minute. It took me blood, sweat, and tears. I was taking an advanced organic chemistry class. This is me coming from undergrad where I did well in OChem. Everybody, when people were struggling, by the grace of God, I did not struggle. I was able to ace OChem in undergrad. Then I come to grad school, I'm taking advanced OChem, and this professor did not give notes. Nope. There was no textbook.
Nope.
We only had handouts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how am I supposed to study for this? It was, let's just say it was rough. It was rough. I was shaking, but oh my goodness. I said, you know what? I'm going to pull all-nighters. I'm going to find steady buddies. I'm going to do whatever it takes. So I got through that barely, but I got through. At that time, I was like, forget straight A's. Just let me pass and move.
Let me get through.
I was like, let me just pass this class and just move to the next one. In grad school, I was like, pass, check. I don't care.
I don't care whether it's A or B at this point.
I did not. I was like, whew, I made it. Glory. I made it. So I got through one thing. Every class was like hitting me because the pace, just the way it was taught, the learning curve was so high. And I had the confidence, but that confidence was shaken very quickly. But then I had to equilibrate. Yes. I was like, I'm going to find my balance. I'm going to get back to equilibrium. I probably won't be on the top. I don't want to be on the bottom. I'm just going to stay afloat so I can get to the next. But it was a struggle. The first year, it was a struggle. And then I didn't have a car. I was in a new city. I didn't have a car. I was taking buses. Ohio bus route was horrible. It was not like New York. I was a New Yorker. I knew how to take buses, trains. I could get anywhere. Ohio, I would wait for an hour for the bus. It was rough. to say the least. I almost threw in the towel.
Really?
I was like, give me a master's. Let me go. I'm done with this. But I decided to stick through. I was like, Jenny, you need to finish this. You need to finish this. You need to finish this. What are you going to tell your mom? What are you going to tell? Oh my goodness. But God saw me through. I made it. I got above the 3.0 that I needed to get. I was able to get it. And then I was able to eventually get into the PhD proper, because you have to do you have to do your qualifying exam. That was another thing.
Mm-hmm.
This qualifying exam almost disqualified me.
Let's not. Please.
It almost got rid of me, but I stood my
Forget
own.
that
I was like, I'm
feeling.
fighting. I'm not going down without a fight. So it definitely was not smooth.
Yeah.
But now you see all the white coat pictures and you see the 3 stripes.
But and that brings me to my question. But before, I would like to share a quick story when I was in grad school. And that's what we're saying again. What we are talking about is how to drive your ambitions as career professionals, as highly driven people, individuals. You have goals, you have dreams, there are things that you want to do. So how do you drive? And we've talked about clarity, we've talked about confidence, and the last one we're talking about for the night is resilience. You will be tested and tried, but what keeps you going is that clarity from the get-go. It's very, very, very important. And that was for me, for when I was in grad school at the time. I asked myself a number of times, like, who sent me? You said you want to teach. Is it by force? Is it for you? Why do you want to do chemistry? Is it by force? Who sent you? It was so bad, Dr. Entry, that it was so much pressure that I had to go through, that I got home one day and I was asking myself, where is my car? And I thought somebody has stolen my car in my apartment. Okay. And I called. This is how bad this thing was. I called the police. I don't share this because I'm not proud of it. I called the police and I said, my car is gone. It's missing. Somebody has taken my car. They said, ma'am, tell us. I gave the details and everything. Dr. Entry, it was so much that I had parked my car on campus. I forgot. I took the bus.
Sorry, I have to laugh.
I took the bus home, and
You were going through a
I was
lot.
going through the motions home, and I couldn't find my car because I don't remember taking the bus to school. And
Wow.
oh, and here is my car on the radar at in what in Bryan, Texas, that my car has gone missing, and we have to track who stole the car. And then
Your PhD will do that to you.
while I'm all of this, I came, and as I was walking to my department, tell me why I see my car. That's when I knew
you were going through stuff.
You need to come home. Go to them and
oh my goodness, this is so funny.
the car. I just called and I said, I found the car. Don't worry about it. What I'm saying is that you will be tested and tried. Some serious financial goals. You might have some serious career goals. If it resonates with you deeply, when you are at that point where you are tested and tried, does not mean that you are not fit to drive that ambition to achieve. It means
That's right.
go back to your clarity. This is what I want. And with that, everything that you need to accomplish it, you will be able to accomplish. We laugh about it now because
it's funny now, but at the time, it was not funny.
I mean, I thought
it was not funny. I remember, like I said, I didn't have a car. And so getting from campus to my apartment, getting lost, like you don't know the town, the bus route stops at a certain time. You would be in the lab by the time you realize the bus is not going anymore. and I have to like call people to come get me. It was a lot.
And it's just one of the things. Just think of it that it's you and God. You really don't think that somebody should understand. People will not understand.
No, you can't even talk about
You
these
can't talk
things.
about
It's like it's
it.
you just go
Like,
through it
you
because you know
know,
that you chose
you chose,
this.
who asked you, and so that if the dream resonates with you, it may come off as though, oh, you are trying too hard, you are not doing, but if it resonates with you, it will be tested. It will be
Absolutely,
it will be
absolutely. Yes, resilience is very much
it's
needed
just
to accomplish to get to that end goal. If I had given up, I would have regretted
yes.
because where I am today, I see that it has all worked out. So if I didn't pull through, if I didn't put extra all-nighter, if I didn't, ask somebody to pick me up or, get through the crazy transition states, I wouldn't have gotten to the
Yeah.
product. You already know what that means, right? If we didn't get through the transition state, we
That's
wouldn't get to the
what
product.
you
So
have to
this is a chemistry
break
concept
the
and
bond.
it works.
The bond.
And it works in real life. You need to go through the transition state to get to the product. So I'm glad that I stuck through. I'm glad you stuck
Yeah.
through. So kudos to you, honey.
Same to you. I know the feeling. So someone said, Dr. Julia said it all paid off. And that's something I want us as we're wrapping up here. It does pay. That's the beauty of your ambitions when you align it with purpose. It will pay.
It will.
It will pay off. It will align. And then the very people that thought, oh, you're trying too much, or you're going after something that no one understands, will just look at it and say, wow, and it's not for you to feel anything, but it's the impact that you can have. Look at how people impacted who were literally hoping that you will step up to the plate, and you stuck it. So it's our encouragement to you all, in order to turn your ambitions to achievement. Know that you have to have clarity. Know that you need to have confidence, right? And the confidence comes with the clarity. It does. It's a package. Don't think that is only about going to confidence school or watching a YouTube. The confidence comes, and we talked about some things to put in place, how you share your dream, how the incubation period and all. And then lastly, but not the least, resilience. You will be tested and tried. You will have to move. There's a question here. If you have any questions, please post that. I don't want us to miss the question here. So someone is asking, I wanted to encourage someone who is single, mom. Okay, someone wants to encourage, says, to never give up on their dreams, no matter how difficult it is. Don't There's no excuse, I think, to not accomplishing your dream. You may think about what are real life situation, economy of the country you're in. Oh, I'm in Ghana. I'm in here. I'm in this place. There are no opportunities. It's not enough. Your current situation, your background, your experience. These things, yes, it might be a lot to transition, but that's not the place to cut off your ambitions and your
That's
dreams.
right.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that encouraging someone there. There's always going to be a reason why you shouldn't do it.
That's right.
There's more reason why it is possible. So, but I know you've had an incredible journey. You've had, you've learned a lot over the years. I want to know, now that you are in another stage of your life, do you feel like you have to go through the clarity, the confidence, and the resilience over? Do you feel like it's a cycle that never ends, or do you feel like you're at a place where your confidence is on the high, resilience, or do you feel like you feel like you have to do it but on a different level now?
Okay, so I don't need like clarity with chemistry or my career anymore because by the grace of God, I've been able to achieve that. I
Mhm.
got to the end of that tunnel.
The
But
vision.
and the vision, I was able to go from ambition to achievement.
Mm-hmm.
So now I've achieved the goal. Now I'm a professor. Now I'm working. And then at that stage, when I started working and it got to a time, I realized that there is more. God is not done with me yet. So that's when a new idea came up that never existed in my brain before then. It only happened after I achieved my first goal of becoming a professor. Now I'm working as a professor. I'm starting to see things now, and it brought another new idea. So that clarity now, which led to the coaching and other things that I'm doing with minoritized groups and helping them accomplish their education, especially their doctoral education goals. I noticed that a lot of us in my communities or in the schools, minoritized groups, there is the desire to go to college, but the retention and graduation and achieving the goals, there was a pipeline that's leaking. So first year, you'll see people get weed out of college, second year as well. If you read the publications, you see that the group of students that were coming out of the college system have a high population of minoritized students. When I say that, I'm talking about Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. Those students were coming out at a higher rate than other people. So that's when a new idea or vision was birthed. And with that new vision, I have to gain confidence for that. Because, I don't have that in me, at least, to carry that vision out. So this entrepreneur journey and this coaching journey now, I don't have the confidence that I need to excel yet. So it's a new field. That means I have to go through the stages where I build confidence, get good at it, graduate to another level and another level and another level. So it doesn't stop, but it's stopped for one thing. One area has been figured out. And so I'm not doubting that anymore. Like, if you ask me to go back, I would do this all over again. People are, once you get a PhD, there's so many fields you can go to. I'm sold on academia. I'm not doubting that anymore. That clarity is there. But because I've started a new vision, God has given me a new vision, a new project.
That's what
I need
clarity.
it's a new clarity that now I need to build confidence for, that now I need to build resilience for, so that goal would also come to an achievement. So when it comes to the entrepreneurship and the coaching and that goal, I have not achieved it yet. So I'm in the clarity stage. It's clear now what God's told me to do, but the confidence is I'm working on it, because I'm not an entrepreneur. I don't know how to work all of this, how to market yourself, how to brand yourself, how to sell, how to do all of this.
Magnets and all of
No, I don't have confidence in that just because I'm not good at it yet. But I know with time, with studies, with reading, the same thing. I will clarify that too. And I'm sure at the end of that achievement, God will open more and more and more and more. I keep saying, God, all of it that you have for me,
can have
please
it all, and you
let it all come out, because I want to die empty. I want to know that I have accomplished my goals, and God, I'm coming to rest. But right now there is work to do, so I thank God for the opportunity. So it doesn't stop, but it stops in one area.
Yes. I love what you're saying here. So to everyone that's here, maybe you have your degree, you told yourself you had this ambition to complete your degree, you got it, and then it feels like you're at a standstill. Like, I have my degree, why am I not doing what I ought to do? Maybe you're looking for a job, and it feels like this whole process. It's important that clarity, figure out what can you do with the degree, what resonates with you, rather than I get a job. I need to get a job. And so losing sight of the clarity, and clarity comes at different stages, and so clarity also recommend understanding that will require confidence. You may feel like you don't have it, doesn't disqualify you. You have to build that, and we've talked about how to build, and then the resilience. So at every stage in your life, you find yourself in these areas, like you're saying. I didn't have this clarity about Paritech, until I was in grad school. And then that came up. And even the clarity I had was nothing near the clarity I have now. I just had the vision. And then with time, it became crystal clear.
That's
You know,
right.
so you go through that clarity, and then now it's like you have to prove yourself, sort of. This whole, confidence thing that you have to learn, and then the resilience to pull it through. So this thing has to consistently be in cycle in order to drive anything from ambition to achievement. And as we round up, someone is asking a question. What do you say to the woman who says, I'll do it tomorrow, and it's been a couple of years? What do you think is stopping them? Is it is it confidence? Is it resilience? Is it all of it?
I would say clarity is missing because if you are very clear on what it is that you're doing in the season, it brings that drive,
Mm-hmm.
like I wake up thinking about this. When I'm praying, I pray about it. When I'm having conversation, I have it about it. And so once you have clarity, it moves you. It's like the driving force. So that person probably needs to work with Dr. Katura
I'm here.
Adams so that she can pull it out of you,
I will.
give you, realign you with your purpose. Maybe something is not aligning right. And she's very good at that. So she is our purpose driven coach. She will get you right back on track. Find that thing that God has called you to do,
Good.
and she will see you through to the end. So tell that woman, please don't stay there. Call Dr. Adams. She got
Yep.
you. She will help you with that. She will unpack all of it
I will.
and get you back on fire.
Yes.
She will get you fired up, I promise you.
So clarity, as Dr. Enchi has said, clarity is so key. Don't think you have to pull your motivation from anywhere. It comes with a package. So when you understand why you're doing what you're doing or doing, it's enough motivation. Sometimes a phone call from someone or even something you see out there will just remind you, and you're like, oh, there's just a way. God has a way of communicating, but the
It's
way to
true.
communicate with you is if you're on the same wavelength in terms of the clarity or the understanding. So if you are pulling your legs, if you're having a hard time achieving what you need to achieve because you've set certain ambitions, that does not, it's
Line
because you
up.
ambition line.
That's right.
But if
Right. I have
we
to tell students that all the time. Sometimes you're trying to do something, and I'm going to say this with all boldness, but it doesn't align with your capacity, your strength, and you're struggling. You're not shining. I believe that when you are lined up, you're supposed to do your best, even when it's challenging. Like I said, grad school was challenging for me, but I wasn't studying something that I didn't know. Like I was not studying a different subject. I was still studying chemistry. So I pulled my weight and I studied through it. When it's aligned, no matter how challenging it is, you will find the alignment. You will find the strength to pull through. But when I see that people are not able to find the strength after 4 years, 3 years, 5 years of just being stuck, I feel like there's something wrong somewhere. You need to work with somebody to help you unpack, dig through. Like when I see students switching majors like 5 times, something is
something
wrong.
is wrong.
Because when are you going to get that clarity? When are you going to grow that confidence? When are you going to mature to that achievement stage? There's something wrong. So I need to sit you down and see, are you studying the right thing? Is this thing in alignment with your academic strengths? And if it's not, let's find something. I believe everyone has something for them. And there's one person on my that I follow that I met in undergrad. Her name is Cynthia. She's a poet. She's a Ghanaian poet, and she's the only Ghanaian poet I know.
Yeah.
Because she found her clarity with poetry and she aligned herself with poetry. She's been doing that for years. Everybody else would have said, what's poetry? It's not going to pay you. It's not going to do, da, 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 you know? But because she had her clarity, it pulled her stages to stages. And every time I see her post, it is so beautiful to watch. So beautiful to watch. So you can't do my thing for me, and I can't do your thing for you.
Yes.
But everybody has their thing. I'm so confident. And it shouldn't take you 10 years either. Get a coach,
Get
get help.
help. And that's so profound. And one of the things that we have as we round off here, please,
Yes.
is when you are at a place where you feel like you have to prove yourself, think again. Because when you are walking in your gifts and in your talents, you don't prove yourself. God already proved you. He proved you and said, this is, you are cut out for this job. You find a place where you have to prove yourself. I need a seat at the table. You are going, either you're going about it the wrong way or you are in misalignment.
That's right.
The place that you are, it has to give you the opportunity to grow. You may have it all, but that's why you're in school. You learn. But if you're in the wrong field, as a student, you're in the wrong field, or as a career professional, you're in the wrong job or career, you are always going to feel like you have to prove yourself. I need to prove myself.
No,
Okay,
I don't need that. I don't have to prove myself. I feel so good.
great. I don't have to prove myself. It's so key. Some people are in their jobs feeling like they have to prove themselves every day that I'm qualified for the job. No, if you are walking in your brilliance, even when others doubt it, you just know this is you. Just a matter of time. We have to get this and get this well, and this is what we'll leave you with today. Oh, it's been an awesome time.
It has. Thank you. I knew we'll share this live so the people who missed it can watch it, because this has a lot of great nuggets in here. And it'll help a lot of people unpack and be in alignment. It's so beautiful, honestly, to walk in alignment. I don't see distractions. Like, I don't see you. I'm so tunnel focused. Like, the new big thing can come, and I'm going to ruffle some feathers right now. You know how tech is hot right now.
Yeah.
Tech, everybody's like tech. I'm leaving my job. Hey, come and do tech. Hey, leave your job. Come and get a tech job. I am tired. I'm like, today is tech. Oh, tomorrow to be something else. Tomorrow next to be something else. You'll be chasing and chasing and chasing.
How long?
Hey,
For how long?
Find alignment and be so confident and be so stuck and grow on your lane, that when the next big thing comes, you're not running after everything, because every season there's gonna be something else. Like, I see so many people leaving their jobs, and I'm like, wait a minute, wait, don't go. Anyway, to each their own. But me, bring the next big thing. I do not care. Like, I really don't see y'all, and I don't really care what's going on. I'm just gonna stay aligned, because I find fulfillment because I am aligned, and because God again gifted this thing to me. And I know this is the thing that will make me stand out. This is my brilliance. This is my niche. This is my calling. I'm not running away from this and chasing the next big thing and the next thing. And then I don't care how much it pays. That's the thing too, when we talk about alignment and purpose and career. Guys, money is not everything. Money has been so glorified, so glorified, that people are leaving that thing, that if they stuck through it for 1 more year or 2 more years or 3 more years, they would hit like boom.
Yes.
But just when they're about to break through, they got distracted and they left. But me, when you stay aligned, yes, you will make money. Who says you won't?
You will.
You will. And that's the deception, that, oh, this thing that's not making you money, so go and make the next thing that makes you money, and the next thing that makes you money, and money. And we have forgotten the real why. After you make the money, where's the fulfillment? Where is the impact? Where is the calling? Where is the purpose? Where is the change in the lives that were attached to you?
Yeah.
The people that were supposed to meet you, Dr. Adams, as a professor, and be inspired and be changed and be taught. You running, where you go?
Because it was
I just had to add that, because that thing is so near and dear to my heart, because it's distracting a lot of people.
And that's the thing. As people, you realize that people will say, "Oh, now that you have this degree, have you heard of so and so? Why are you?" please be very mindful, you know.
Very, very
Very,
selective.
very selective. It's
Very
as
spirit led.
if
Don't be money
you have
led
the
ever.
degree, you cannot be. Yeah. And then people say, how do you make those decisions? Because you'll be at a crossroads. Should I go for the money? Should I go for for this? At the end of the day, if you are guided by purpose, you are guided by purpose, then the decisions you make will be in alignment. That's why
That's right.
there are certain decisions I don't have to think twice. It's like it doesn't resonate with me. So why,
No,
you know?
it's
So
not in alignment. Next.
so it's the money would make. However much you once you have the things in place, God is going to give you even more ideas.
Ideas
Take
to
the
make
to build
million
wealth. To
dollars, but you over here chasing everything.
taste it, you will have the ability to create wealth. Sometimes we think it's in the mercy of somebody else or a particular job. The ideas, you have $1 million ideas, you know. So it's very important to recognize that your path is so unique. Even the Bible says that, you know, seek ye first the kingdom, seek ye first that purpose, seek ye first that which He has entrusted in you, and all other things comes with it will be added. And so, wow, thank you so much. We could go on and on and on, man, but this has been so insightful. And we will, as we round off here, Dr. Entry, could you tell us what are you currently working on that is
Okay.
causing clarity, purpose, all of
Oh,
that?
yeah. So right now,
Yeah.
as you know, my 9 to 5, I'm a professor, and I do my service-based things at school, which everything that I do outside of teaching chemistry has to do with minoritized groups, even at my day job. So even at my day job, every initiative that I work on at school, every project that I work on at school is about retention, improving graduation rate for minoritized group, because the research shows that those groups are leaving our systems, are leaving our schools. So I do that during the day, and also during the night or weekends when I'm not my day job. I'm coaching, I'm preparing students, I'm having them discover their goals, ambitions, especially students who want to go into doctoral paths. I noticed that a lot of people are giving up on the doctoral journey, again, with all the distractions. Some people are genuinely called to be doctors,
Yeah.
but they're worried about how long it takes. Oh, it's going to take 10 years. Oh, it's going to take 15 years. Oh, it's going to cost this much. Those things don't matter. Let's focus on what God has called you to do, and let's get it done. And let me show you how to do it. So I'm mentoring and coaching, planning for students who want to go to college and study any doctoral path. So PhD, MD, PharmD, all the Ds, I got you, because I know you are going to be on a 10-year journey, and I want to be the one to hold you. I don't want you to hit roadblocks and all the weed out system. I want to equip you so much so that you kind of bypass every one of those noise and you get there quicker, get there with clarity, all of the things that we've talked about. So that's what I do in my coaching program. I specifically focus on high school kids because that's when you're about to start the college journey. The better you are aligned, the better you get clarity early. It helps you to go through your courses one after the other. So a lot of mindset coaching, a lot of planning, like let's apply for this program at this time, let's do this at that time. So academics, I got you, all of it.
All of it. And that's what you need in your circle, especially when you're trying to figure out what you need to do and how you need to do it. So
Oh,
clarity.
thank you, Priceless.
Yeah,
Said when she grow up, she wants to be like me. I want to be
that's
like you too,
it.
honey.
You know what?
She's a brilliant designer, y'all.
Amazing.
She's doing wonderful things anyway. So thank you, girlfriend.
Yeah, that's so awesome. So if you need any clarity regarding, you know, your next step in terms of school, in terms of, you know, figuring out your education aspect, she is your to go person. Would be in your corner, giving you the confidence and also help you navigate this path with resilience. Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Entry. It's been a pleasure having you here. Thank you for taking the time. Let's give it up for Dr. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend, for having me. Katura and I crossed paths in
Yeah,
graduate school at a
yeah,
conference.
yes.
That was the first time I met her at a conference pursuing her thing. So, Black PhDs and chemistry. So, that's how chemistry actually crossed us
So connect.
together.
Yeah,
Yeah. And so, that's
yeah.
how we've stayed in contact. So, she's been a part of my network since grad school, and we've just been supporting each other. So, I'm very proud of you and what you're doing. I love what you do. You are definitely killing it.
So,
So keep going. I support you 110 and 50%. I love to see another Ghanaian. Yo, she's Ghanaian too. So it's like you have another Ghanaian sister who's also a professor. I'm like, okay,
we
girl,
got
let's do this.
that's it.
So I feel like you are my sister.
Ah, yeah. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. It means a lot. It always inspires me when I go online. I see you. I said, "Wow, yeah, the up there is wide. Going to the top is wide. They can welcome everyone.
It can welcome everyone.
Everyone going in their brilliance. And congratulations to you on all the great work that you are doing. I am super, super proud of you too. To that period. So I encourage you all go and check her out. You will be inspired. Even if you finished school, you will be inspired with ideas. This is someone you want in your circle. She will really sharpen you up with the things that she does on her page.
You're very welcome,
And having
Adoma.
into
Thank you for tuning in. Thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate your time with us. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for all for tuning in. We appreciate you.
let me see. So thank you so much, Dr. Janet. We will talk again as I round off here. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello. Thank you all so much for joining. Thank you all for your time. I hope that you have received something and definitely have learned a lot. And I know that I've enjoyed my time. And definitely the live will be available. And so you can get the replay for it. And as we talked about, all of this that we talked about, without clarity, it would be very difficult to drive your ambitions to achievement. Very, very difficult. And so if you need any help in that area, how do I go about gaining the clarity? How do I go about aligning myself with what I'm called to do? That is why I'm here. This is what I do. Okay, so I am a career and life alignment specialist. I help others gain the clarity, the confidence, and resilience that they need in order to drive any ambition to fruition. And so, as I've pinned the details on there, make sure to connect with me. It is also on my bio. So, thank you all once again. It's been a pleasure, and there's definitely going to be more. So, look out for some of the live session. I have one going tomorrow, and I'm going to be talking about how to turn, or basically how to align your career with your purpose. I'm going to talk about how to align your career with your purpose. It's going to be so insightful. So look out on this page, this space. It's going to be at 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern, and 11 p.m. GMT. All right. So I look forward to seeing you. Have a wonderful rest of the night or the day, and God bless you. And as always, keep on folding. There is more to you than meets the eye. Thank you all for joining. Bye bye.